What's up, guys? Letting our football back with another video. I'll be joined by Matt and another friend of ours, Bakes. Be helping me pick our predicted Chelsea lineup for next season, the 2021 season. So yeah, we've got the layout, the little shell, obviously on screen, and we're just gonna go through what we, think the Chelsea lineup should be next season. Yeah. Okay, so I guess let's start, Bakes.
Yeah.
I'm just
here for some moral support.
Okay.
Critique here and there. Realistically, it's got to be kept at the back. I mean, it's got to be goals.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much argument there. He's still young. He's got a lot of grow. He's got a lot of improvement that's needed. We can say that for sure. But I mean, at times he's shown his true colours, and I think with a couple more seasons of the Prem, we'll start to see a really good keeper.
Yeah, so, I hope, dude. I hope, because like his save percentage is so low. It's so low.
It is a bit worrying, and it's a tricky one. But I think also
we've still got time. You've still got so much time.
The Premier League, they tend to struggle like at the start. If you look through the archive.
Like De Gea. Like Kepa for me has had a better start than De Gea did.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
There's hope. Let's just say there's hope.
Yeah, we hope. Okay, centre backs.
I know the centre backs. I think there's one solid one that we'll definitely agree with, and then there'll be the other one that we always disagree with. But Tony's got to be there at the back.
Yes, Tony Rudiger. Yes,
of course.
Now, I know I want Christensen and you probably want Zuma, I'm guessing. Yeah. I'm guessing you want Zuma.
Yeah,
mate. Zuma's such a klutz.
No,
it's
listen.
got to be Christensen. It's got to be.
Okay, here's my argument for why it should be Zuma or Christensen, okay? Zuma offers this robustness about him that Christensen doesn't have. I feel that although Zuma has made quite a few mistakes this season, if you look at like Christensen's, for me, it's the thing of Christensen's BNT. I feel like he's scared in big games. He's scared, and he doesn't have the ball to come to him, and that worries me a little bit. I think that's why I think Zuma, Rudiger, robustness at the back, that old English kind of toughness. I think that's good for Chelsea with all our delicate players around.
Okay. So, I'll say my piece, and then I think let's let Horn be the decider. He can choose who he thinks is better fit. So I think Christensen, just because he's definitely better on the ball. You know, man's played in midfield. He's played like for his country, played in midfield. Very comfortable passing out the back. Honestly, I think, especially as like a ball dominant side, we want someone who is good at the ball and is not going to make mistakes, because Zuma makes too many. He's like a coward. So yeah, Christensen. I think the BMT. I think he'll grow. Like he's still young as well. Like he'll get.
But
better.
Also, just before Pox decides, also don't forget that we are talking about a realistic squad here. And if you look at Frank's decisions in that position, it has predominantly been Zuma over Christensen.
Yeah, but then if you look recently, if you look at the games before lockdown, that was
that's true.
Christensen.
Yeah.
It's a tough one because I never thought about it like how you thought about Bakes, but I think because Rudiger is that kind of robust centre back, I think Frank will tend to go with the Christensen as more of the passer as well.
We completely left out Tomori, by the way. Completely.
Yeah,
he's good. He's good, but he's young. He'll start coming through.
So I mean, that position
in the plans.
Put there, that position is going to be rotated throughout the team.
100%. It's either. Yeah, Rudiger is definitely the solid one.
Yeah.
But then,
we can agree on that. Either way, it doesn't matter who we pick now. Like, they're going to be rotated. So
I think you guys are better when Christensen's there, personally. But yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to the right back first, because that's a steady one. As peak captain, my captain, I think he'll still be there next season. I think he'll still be playing.
Are you sure you don't want to go Reece?
He's shown a lot of prospect. I think one more season as Spilicueta at that captaincy role, and then Reece will properly be into his own. I think.
My thing is, So yes, I'd agree with you if we had like a solid left back, but for some reason,
Okay, well,
I'm
do you
not
want to
gonna
do
lie to
left
you.
back? Do you want to do left back first?
Okay.
Let's start with left
Do
back.
left back first.
This is where I think Chelsea's going to splash his cash in the summer. I think we're going to bring in Ben Chilwell as a realistic
I
transfer.
think we're gonna get chill.
Yeah, I do. That's
Okay.
and although Alonso's been playing good football like up until the season
He's
stopped,
still his defensive work,
reliable.
suspect.
I think we will look for someone because I mean, realistically, elsewhere we don't really need much more product. So I think if we're going to splash somewhere, it's going to be in that left back position, and I think it will be Ben Chilwell. I think.
Okay, so he was definitely the top target, but I don't know if it's switched. You know, I've heard lots of names from Alex Telles to back to Alexandro, maybe a swap deal with Emerson. Like, so okay, I'll back you with the Chilwell. I'll give it to you.
Also,
So
I mean, personally, out of all the picks, I mean, Alex Telles is a good player, but Ben Chilwell is like he's like put a firm like he's got his place in the Premier League. He knows how it works. He suits the style of play.
yeah, but his form did fall off a cliff second half of the season. Like he was really good, and then he did dip. But like, yeah, I'll back you there. Chilwell's a decent player. So then I think we both know that ASP has to go in the right back, like captain, Mr. Reliable.
Yeah, 100%. Those big games, he's always a steady performer.
Okay.
Big talking point about Kante, with the move. I don't think it'll happen because of. I don't think it'll happen this season. To be honest, I don't see it happen.
I also don't see it happen.
I don't think he has much of a desire to move at the moment.
Yeah.
I
don't think he has a personal.
I wouldn't blame him for leaving if we don't start going like if we don't put in a title shift. But I mean, there's definitely something there. I definitely think he'll want to stay, especially this uncompleted season. Like it's a bit wishy-washy. I think he'll want at least one proper season at Chelsea.
Yeah, okay, I can agree there.
Yeah. So we're in what position? Because you guys,
Oh, yeah, technically, because it depends if you know.
He's a bit of a box-to-box player these days.
Yeah, on the right as well.
And he's actually decent at it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like people, they say that Kante blah blah blah. You know, his position is CDM, and yes, that's true. But at the same time, no, because even when he played at Leicester, like he wasn't sitting deep. His whole thing is he wins the ball back high. Like he just runs up and down, box to box, winning the ball high up for Leicester. That's what he did for Leicester.
Yeah, but he's better. But he is better in that holding role. He's better.
No, but he's never played in that holding role by himself. He's always played in the two.
Yes, I'm saying, but yeah, if he's alongside Jorginho, but he's been pushed out more to the right, which has affected his game because he's not that kind of player.
But he's done well. Like I don't.
No, of course he's done well because he's a good player, but he's not like Kante, if you know what I mean.
No, but he's not going to be Kante where if you put him in that base of the three, he's definitely not going to play well there.
I think, I don't think he'll have the same impact that he had at that Leicester Makelele role that he played at Leicester. I feel like he's grown as a player and he's moved on to different things. In the Chelsea setup, even if he was playing at CDM, I don't think he'd have the same effect as he used to. He's grown as a player. He's a lot more productive. He's not a like he's a defensive midfielder, but he's not like the lone CDM. That's not what he's been. He's never been that. In a two, he plays in a two where one sits deep. So in Leicester, Drinkwater sits, and he has free license to go winning the ball back wherever he sees, running around everywhere. In the Chelsea first season when we won the league with Conte, he had Matic sitting next to him. Matic sitting deep, doing the defense, like just sitting deep, you know. And then Kante running around.
I agree. He needs to be in that too.
In this system, if we're playing like the way we do nowadays, right? Like you're not gonna put him there. So I think where he is right there, and he still gives really good performances, and he comes up with the odd goal, man. He scored like 3 or 4 goals this season. So
he's got a lot better.
Yeah. Okay, so then last two spots.
Yeah, these
Okay.
are going to be tough.
Difficult.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think also it depends, like, because it can be rotated a lot. I think
Yeah.
these two positions will also, like that Christensen spot, be rotated a lot. I think the foundation starters will be Kovacic.
Yes,
And
100%. He's been our best player this season.
Kovacic he's just got a football brain. He's
Dude.
incredible. It's actually incredible if you watch him closely. His thought process is incredible. It really is really good.
Can't press him as well, dude. And his deep progression, like his progressing of the ball for us is so important. Like he honestly brings the ball up so much for us. It's so important.
Yeah. Left center mid, right?
Huh? Left center mid.
Yeah, Kovacic. Yes.
Yeah. Don't forget though, so I think that spot will, like, 60th minutes, 1-0 down or something like that, Ruben comes on, or, you know, like there's those kind of aspects. There'll be a lot of Mason, Ruben, like that's where the changes are gonna be.
Yeah. And this team could change if we could play a 4-2-3-1 and then things would change a bit. Yeah.
We've got a lot of strong midfield.
Mounts comes in.
Yeah, and then Jorginho at CDM.
Yeah. I
mean,
he's definitely got better.
A little bit something a little special. Those key things.
And then like leadership, the way he kind of tells, you know, everyone where to go and that kind of vibe. Like it's good to have on the field. And pins, you know, you know it's a goal. Okay.
Let's go to our new boy, Hakeem.
I think that's a really good signing, especially for that kind of money.
It's a huge signing, and I think the important thing is, like, if you look at Chelsea this season, often we've been undone by like small teams because it's that missing that Hazard like special moment that just gets you that goal. And
exactly.
If you look at him play, he can make something out of nothing. He's just that kind of player.
If you want shot curler outside the box, if we need, you know, if we can't really get through them, he's the guy. You'll just be like, okay, cool, let's curl the top left.
You're playing a Burnley and it's 0-0 in the 85th minutes, and you want someone just to score a worldie, dude. Just that's him.
Dude,
you got that player. I feel.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, it's left wing. So I think it's got to be Pulisic, surely Pulisic. Out of all of our wingers, well, okay, besides Willian, like this season, he's definitely shown, I think, the greatest form when he was still hot before like injuries and that kind of.
So at that left wing position, you think Pulisic?
Yeah, I think Pulisic.
The only other person I could think. Okay, let's first go to Pedro. I think Pedro, he's obviously not the most doesn't attract the most attention, but in terms of getting it done, in terms of work ethic, Pedro is really, really good. I don't think he'll start, but also that big presence of Willian could also be in that. It could also move to the left and play.
Oh, no, 100%.
The Pulisic Willian fight. I think if you're looking at next season, I think it might be. I mean, if you look at the start of the season, Pulisic was kind of Willian was sitting bench a little bit. And Pulisic was playing, but then Willian kind of came into his own halfway through the season. He was clutching up in big moments, so I think that's going to be a battle as well. I just
don't think we'll have Pulisic or Willian next year because they both
Pulisic you will.
Pulisic you will. And well, I said Pulisic and Pedro.
You said
unless I said
you
Willian
said
and Pedro. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks like the Willian and Pedro's contracts are up, and they don't look like they're going to be signing new deals.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to sign them on new deals because they're old.
I mean, the best you're looking at is a 1 or 2 year contract for like maybe Willian. I don't think we'll need Pedro's contract.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be here. So for me, I'm like, we've got Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic. I think they're both going to be gone.
And then also, and Mason Mount can also play in that position too.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
But then in that case, when Mason plays, he almost drops into the cam. It's like a diamond formation. And
Yeah.
he's got two at the top. The back Ziyech is the as like the free roaming kind of player.
Yeah, the false nine almost.
So I definitely think Pulisic goes there because Hudson-Odoi is also really good, but I think out of the two, he's definitely showed more promise and more end product. Hudson-Odoi for me, his end product's always been a bit lacking.
Yeah.
Talented, but end product-ish.
Yeah.
And then up front.
I think it's. I mean, okay, Giroud towards the end of the season was actually starting to play some good football. Like he was that physical player that we needed at the time to get up top, to like dominate and just be a bit more rough and tough.
I've always rated him. In his time at Chelsea, I've always rated him. I think he just does his job. Like that's why he starts for France, because he really is good at what he does, and he scores. You know, like he does score goals. France's top goal scorer, second top goal scorer, I think. Arsenal scored quite a few goals for them as well. So like he does score goals. Maybe not prolifically, but yeah. But so I'm saying I think Giroud, not really. I think we're gonna get Mertens. I've been linked with him. Lampard's been chatting to him, like like they're personally chatting. I think we're gonna get him. So for me, I'm like this Mertens.
I mean, I would love Dries.
Mertens and Tammy.
I would love him, but I think the way that the whole development of the season and like building these players, I think Frank will be reluctant to kind of, because I mean, if you bring in Dries, you're going back to the old Chelsea way of buying players to do it, like to get that job done. Whereas I think if you let Tammy play for another season or two, you could be looking. I mean, you could be looking at another Drogba. You could be looking at that Chelsea icon.
But so I agree. But I don't think getting Dries Mertens is necessarily going against that. This team is still full of youth if you look at it. And, the thing is, losing, if we do indeed lose Willian and Pedro, that's two senior players. Our squad can't be filled with everyone being youth. You still need experience. You still need players who have been there top level and done it, people who can come, bring experience and teach. And I think a Dries Mertens would be a lovely stop. It's like a little stopgap, like a little 2-year contract where Tammy just learns from him, whether they trade starting positions, because Mertens can play on the wing as well, and Cam. So like Mertens can fit in wherever. He's versatile. They can play him and Tammy up top too, and then have a diamond midfield. Like just Tammy learning off Mertens, and then think about it. Tammy in 2 seasons' time, yes, might be that. But right now, he's shown promise and he's been really good. But he's not, the best striker in the league. He's not top 3 strikers in the league yet. He's not there. Yes, so having a Mertens to learn off the next year or 2, perfect. And it wouldn't dishearten him because he knows Mertens is only going to be there for 1 or 2 years because he's old. He's like 33, so he knows. This guy's not going to long term still take my place in the team. So I definitely think it could be a good move.
You also think that Chelsea, when was the last time Chelsea bought 3 starting lineup players in one kind of before the start of a season? Like that hasn't happened. Like I don't think that happens in most places. That's more like a FIFA manager career kind of thing. It's kind of happening.
Well, okay. So yes, if we're spending 50 million, 100 million for these players, but Ziyech was 30 more. Mertens would be on a free. And who else? Chilwell would be another 30, 40 more. So we've spent 60 mil. 60 mil is nothing. We spent more on Kepa.
I think.
And think about 2014-15. We bought Costa. We bought Fabregas. I'm pretty sure we bought. I think was Schürrle bought as well, and those are all starting caliber players.
But I see where you're coming from. But for the sake of this, do you think realistically, as this realistic squad, to put Dries up top? Do you think that's realistic? For looking at the squad, or do you think? I think for the purpose of this, I think Tammy should be there just because he's what we know and it's one of the players that Chelsea are trying to build their new wave around. Mason, Tammy.
No, 100%.
Reece.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, we can definitely put Tammy up there. For sure, we can put Tammy up there. I don't think that, I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm just saying that Mertens is definitely someone in the picture. I think we'll get him. And I think, because, Lampard's shown interest in it, and, Lampard's, it's been said, Lampard's like talking to him personally on the phone. Like Lampard said he likes the player, so like, why is he gonna go get someone, a 33-year-old, that he's not gonna play him? It just makes sense. And he's a Champions League starter, goal scorer. So, but yeah, I think Tammy will be good. I don't think he's giving up on Tammy. I think it's just like a little look. You have someone experienced to learn off, and then in 2 years' time, when you're like 24, you'll be like our starter, our guy at 24, because he's still young. It's just like learning, because we need experience in our squad. That's the thing, especially losing Pedro and Willian.
This team has quite a bit of experience. Look at P, obviously Tony Rudiger, Jorginho's got experience, Kante's got experience. And we've got a bit of youth in the attack, but
But that's also, remember, you have Reece could play. Imagine if Reece plays and Mason plays, then you're going back to like youth. Youth. So yeah, because think about it, we could play a 4-2-3-1, and in that case, I would have Kovacic and Kante as your two, and then you have like
Hakeem can also play that cam role as well.
100%.
It'd be interesting to see we got a lot of midfield kind of players and versatile players in that midfield area. So it'll be interesting. But that is a real. That is.
Yeah. I like that team.
Exciting team.
It's a solid team.
Definitely. Yeah. I think next season we can definitely go for third.
I don't think it's a title-winning team, but I think it's on the way to being a title-winning team in the next 5 years.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I'm not gonna lie. Looks decent to me.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I think we're in agreement. Yeah, I think that's our team predicted lineup for next season.
I'd be happy with that. I really would.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for watching the video. Thanks, Bakes, for joining us. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and to subscribe, and also drop a few comments. We replied to comments. We replied to a few on the women's video. Some controversial topics, but don't be afraid to drop comments, because we will reply.
Yeah. Tell us what you think.
Yeah. Any Chelsea fans out there, tell us your predicted line. Tell us if you agree or not, and any transfer rumors or anything like that. So thanks for watching, guys.
Cheers,
We out.
Cheers. Yeah.